Okay, time now is 8:18 a.m. on March 31st. It's the last day of March. Um, I slept from 2:50 to 8. I am so fucking tired, you have no idea. Let's hope that I sleep earlier than 2 a.m. tonight. I'm serious. So yeah, last night I spent a lot of time vlogging this and speaking to Michelle and just thinking I just didn't have the time to finish the movie. I didn't even watch the movie Lady Vengeance that I'm supposed to finish watching like 3 days ago. I didn't do any college homework, so yeah, I'm in a bit of a pickle. That's why I have to wake up this early, actually, like to finish watching the movie, to film a couple reviews, whatever. I will have to film a mini movie review video, and I don't need to edit that, but I'll also have to film a video in Cantonese. I'll have to edit that. So yeah, there's that. But today is a Friday, and usually I have nothing to do on Fridays. But what's gonna happen is today I'll go out. I'll take a metro to USC, and I will begin helping John L with his shoot. With this short film shoot. This day 1 out of 6 days that he needs me. I didn't mention that last night, right at the very end of last night, Pepper texted me. Pepper WhatsApped me, asking me, "Hey, have you done the PCR test for John L. shoot?" And I told her I didn't. I'm not planning to. I spoke to the producer directly, and he allowed me to do a rapid test instead. So that's what I did. I just did a rapid test instead. I didn't do a PCR test. Fuck that. That thing costs. And then Pepper asked if she needs to show up tomorrow and asked me to send her a call sheet because she didn't receive a call sheet. And that's because she's not even on the fucking call sheet. First of all, she's not the lead makeup artist. She's not. She's only the assistant makeup artist. Second of all, apparently she's only needed on one of the shooting days. I guess it's the days that where we have a lot of extras, you know. But I'll have to show up 6 days. Again, it just goes to show that I have somehow become even more powerful than Pepper. Round 3, Detectives Rise. 2023 will be my year, for sure. Like, after I went to Asakusa and I got, you know, great luck. Like, dude, it's my year, okay? Yeah, the more I think about Leslie, the more I actually want to be with her and know her more and hear her voice more. I didn't have this feeling with Pepper, but I did have this similar feeling with Mary. Like, sort of a need to know more, a need to see more of her. Yeah, except this time is a little different. Instead of me looking at Mary like she's a goddess, now I'm looking at Leslie like she's just a very interesting girl that needs help. And I really want to be the one who helps her. Because if I don't, I mean, to be fair, she has Crystal. She has her Korean roommate, and I'm pretty sure they take care of her quite well as well. But I mean, in the world of CMD, you know, I mean, if it ain't the UPM of the new short film. So, God, it's so cold. I'm so tired and cold, and, yeah. I'm just gonna stop it here.
应该可以开始。 Just the box is already like halfway torn.
Like all on school? On school all? Or just the director has for now?
Okay,
How much
first
time
one.
they estimate? Thank you.
Alright, time now is 2:38 a.m. in the morning. I'm gonna immediately take a shower and go to bed now. My tongue is hurting like a bitch. So yeah, let's quickly talk about today and then I'm fucking done. So woke up at 8 a.m. and I actually did finish everything I planned to do. I ate breakfast. I finished watching Lady Vengeance. I filmed a couple of reviews and edited a video. And then I was right on time. Allegro is the name of the producer for John L. short film. He's a Chinese dude. And he said he got an Italian name because he doesn't want an average white American name. He texted me and told me to take a metro to USC. And then earlier this morning at around 10:30 a.m., he was like, "Are you still at home? You know what? We have enough time. I can pick you up." So that's what happened. He drove his car here outside my apartment and picked me up. He drove me to USC, and we went to Taper Hall, the exact same building that I and Thomas went to film some of the scenes. Except this time we were filming in an auditorium, and then for the rest of the day, from like 12 till 11 p.m., I was basically the script supervisor, and I tried my best. I script supervised for Valeria for her feature film, but this time I'm way more serious. The template I'm using is way more professional, and I ask way more questions. But at the same time, I'm also really fucking tired. If you can't tell, I'm really, really, really ridiculously tired right now. So, yeah, there's that. We filmed in the auditorium in Taper Hall in USC, and it took like 3 hours for the lights and everything to be set up. But it was pretty professional. For John L. short film, he's using a Sony Venice camera with a Cooke anamorphic lens 2x squeeze set, which is so fucking professional and such a fucking monster. And there are dolly tracks built and everything, and it's kind of amazing how I'm witnessing this all come down. And it's not like John L. is ignoring me either, because John L. would call my name from time to time. He would be like, "Enoch, what do you think of the continuity? Enoch, what do you think? Can you stand by the camera in front of the lens?" And then he would chat with me as well about the sets and everything. And he would seem very humble. He's like, "Bro, I'm winging it. Like, I mean, I'm trying my best here. Everyone, please forgive me." It's a pretty interesting experience. At around 4 p.m. we went downstairs and filmed a shot. And it was really cold. We went downstairs in the USC. In one of the USC plazas, we filmed one shot there. And then at around 5 p.m. we went all the way to Beverly Hills in a place called the Y&G Spa. And we filmed a gigantic scene there where two of the main characters of the short film, two guys, lovers, went to a weed dispensary, a marijuana shop, and buy weed. And yeah, I arrived at Beverly Hills, and I socialized with a lot of people. There's so many. First of all, this is a short film set where there's a lot of people. There are like 4 or 5 people in the art department. There's like 4 people in the camera team. There's a second AD, a first AD. There's everything. And I really love that, even though I seem like an out of place newbie. I actually know a lot. I know what an anamorphic lens is. I know everyone's positions, what they do, and I know what to do as scripty. Like, I just know. I asked John L, where's the Video Village? And he said he doesn't know. And I thought Video Village is a very niche word, but apparently everybody knows, like everybody in this world knows what a Video Village is. Of course, duh, I'm stupid. So, you know, I actually, like, even though I feel really stupid and like a noob, at the same time, I also know a lot, which is really impressive. I socialize with everyone, and again, this is a very special set because 1/3 of everyone here, half of everyone here speaks Mandarin, and then, like, there are like 4 people here who speaks Cantonese. There's me, there's John L, there's a makeup artist who is apparently half Pakistani, half Armenian Russian, and is born and raised in Hong Kong, but speaks English. And then there's a main actor who's a Hong Konger, and then a little bit later at Beverly Hills we have the other main character, the supporting character, who is also a Hong Konger. So that's really interesting. And the producer Allegro also speaks some Cantonese. So it's so awkward because I've met a lot of Chinese people and I always don't know whether to speak in English or Mandarin. So I resorted to speaking English most of the time. There's this boom operator girl, and she's Chinese, and she spoke to me in Mandarin at first, and I was able to talk a little bit. There's this kind of cutesy, super tall Taiwanese girl. Like, the moment I saw her face and the way she dresses, I could already tell she's Taiwanese. And then when she spoke Mandarin, I could tell the Taiwanese accent. And also, the only other Taiwanese girl I've ever met is Wei from Asian World Film Festival, who's also really tall. Gives very similar vibes. So, yeah, there's that. So, there's this guy who's apparently half Japanese, half Chinese. He's a second AD, and he speaks in English mostly because he's born and raised in San Francisco, but he also speaks Mandarin. And he drove me and the tall Taiwanese girl to Beverly Hills, and on the way we chatted. And the Taiwanese girl is not very great in English, so she spoke to me in Mandarin. Like, I asked her questions, and I tried to answer her back in Mandarin, and it was actually not that bad. Obviously, I suck at it, but honestly, it's not as bad. Maybe it's because lately I've been, you know why. You fucking know why. Why I've been trying to train my Mandarin and make it better. We arrived at Beverly Hills and we had dinner, lunch actually, but it takes place at 5 p.m. And it's half a baked potato, chicken thigh, chicken drumstick marinated in some sweet sauce, boiled corn, and then a simple salad, and then a cake thing, and that's it. It's very rudimentary. I sat on the floor and ate it, and it was kind of a mess, but it's whatever, it's fine. I survived. I also ate quite a bit of crafty food because I was so fucking hungry. And then we filmed the scenes in there, and I stood up most of the time, and I further socialized with everyone, I think. Yeah, I spoke with the 2 main actors. I asked the main actor, like, hey, you remember me? I was the one reading your lines in the Zoom meeting. And he's like, oh, really? Damn, nice to meet you. It's been so long ago. I'm sorry, I forgot. And it's like, I'm like, yeah, it's okay. And it's so funny. Yeah, we spoke in Cantonese mostly. But yeah, that's that. And then we shot the scene. And then it's like 11 p.m. and then I had to wait until Allegro drives me back home. And then there's this woman who I found out is a Brazilian person. And I told the Taiwanese woman and the makeup artist, the half Pakistani, half Armenian, Russian born and raised Hong Konger, who's also a gay boy. I told him that Pepper is coming tomorrow. And then I also mentioned that to Allegro. No, Allegro was playing My Little Airport in his car when he drove me back home with the Brazilian woman and another guy, Chinese dude. And I was like, oh, My Little Airport. Pepper's going to come tomorrow, and Pepper's a huge fan. And then when the Brazilian woman heard me say Pepper's name, the Brazilian woman was like, oh, Pepper? You mean Pepper last name? I know her. And I'm like, what? How? Why? Apparently, you remember Jorge, the guy from Panama? Apparently, Pepper's worked on one of her sets before. So Pepper worked with Jorge and Jorge's friends for their USC short film projects. And one of Jorge's friends is this Brazilian woman, Ana. So that's really interesting. Everything's connected. We live in a small world. But yeah, that's that. I got back home. I cooked myself a tiny dinner. I microwaved the meat, the ground beef spaghetti, and I ate some leftover lettuce. And then I had a 1 hour and 30-minute long phone call with Michelle. Before talking about that though, you remember not Candace. Fuck, I'm so sleepy. Cindy, the African woman who was my roommate in this apartment. She was so anxious to get her Amazon packages back, so she insisted to see me today, which I really don't want to happen. Like I want to keep my personal life from my like film life. Like I don't want Cindy to show up randomly in a film set where I'm the scriptee. It's so fucking awkward. But she showed up and she looked like a fucking ghost. I don't know why, but she looked so scary. Maybe to her that's beautiful. To me, she looked fucking scary. With her blonde hair and her contact lenses, she looks zoinked as fuck. She showed up out of nowhere like a ghost, and I was like, hey, hi, and I gave her my keys. And that was around 6 p.m., and then she drove all the way here to this apartment from Beverly Hills, opened the doors, and took her Amazon packages and whatever. And then, at around 11 p.m.-ish, she returned to Beverly Hills to give me back the keys. And this time, instead of waiting for me at the outside of the building, she went inside. She went upstairs and saw me. Which was so fucking awkward. Wait outside, what the fuck? She stood out because nobody knows her on this set. She's an outsider. And she's talking to me. And everyone's sort of like confused, like, who is this woman? Like a couple other people asked me, like, who is this woman? And I'm like, I tried to explain, it's my roommate. It's so fucking awkward. Don't come up here. Jesus. And she thinks it's fine. And she thinks we're all cool and stuff. I mean, I respect her and stuff. But honestly, I don't want to see her ever again. And she even hugged me. So I hugged her. And she was like, oh my god, you're so nice. Thank you. I'm going to invite you and Jacob to my new apartment soon. If I can. Fuck. So yeah, well, I'm happy she took her Amazon packages. And yeah, I had a 1 hour and 30-minute phone call with Michelle over Discord, and she told me that she saw Leslie and Cliff today. Yes, Leslie, the Chinese girl that I think I have a crush on, but I'm not sure about. And Michelle couldn't hold the weight, and she told Leslie that she has a crush on Cliff. And then what Leslie set up next changes everything. Apparently, last year in round 2, at some point, I don't know exactly at which point, Leslie had a crush on Cliff. So not only did Leslie have a crush on Theo, Leslie had a crush on Cliff as well. Which is both good and bad. Good because Cliff is a nice guy, but also this makes me feel even more like, oh, you know, Cliff is like a handsome dude. Theo's like a handsome dude. I'm not. I'm a fucking loser. Why would Leslie have any reason to like me? And also, why the fuck is Leslie liking so many people in such a short period of time? Is she going through puberty? Like, is she hormonal or something? But then at the same time, Michelle liked 2 person at once. So that's even more crazy. But yeah, you know, it's just, I'm totally fine by it. I'm not shocked by it. Maybe it's because I'm just too tired to have an emotional reaction anyways. But yeah, essentially that's that. And then, Michelle saw Cliff today a little bit. Michelle's still confused about her feelings with Cliff. But yeah, I told Michelle, I spent like 40 minutes today standing around. I already stood up for so long as scripty, and then I decided to stand up even more while eating dinner and being on the phone with Michelle while being extremely sleep deprived. I somehow was able to do that. I don't even know how. I don't even know why am I speaking to my phone right now. It's 3 a.m. I'm so sleep deprived. I could literally die at any given moment. My tongue is hurting and my voice is literally fading into existence. Like, it's so fucking raspy right now. I might as well sound like a girl. But anyways, Michelle, But anyways, what was I gonna say? Michelle saw Cliff today. Michelle's still confused about her feelings with Cliff. Apparently, Michelle and Betsy talked about me on the car today, and both of them said they were concerned about my mental well-being. Yeah, I spent 40 something minutes telling Michelle the story, something that I've been teasing to her for like 2 weeks already, and it's the story about how I and Pepper, almost dated, but we never did because I realized I don't love her. And Michelle was like, "Oh my god, you literally just described 500 Days of Summer. I literally lived a whole fucking movie. But I've never even watched that movie." And then that gave me an idea. I wanted to tell Leslie that I love a girl, but I won't tell Leslie it's her. And Michelle was like, "Whoa, do you think you're William Shakespeare?" And I'm like, "What? Shakespeare did that?" So it just goes to show how fucking dramatic I am. But yeah, Leslie did like 4 of my Instagram stories today, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I really am not sure if Leslie will like me back because I'm a fucking loser. I'm a skinny ass, funny, goofy ass loser. I may annoy Leslie if I'm like clingy, like, "Oh, do you want me to buy you lunch, blah blah." I don't know. But she's interesting. Alright, time now is 9:39 a.m. in the morning on April 1st. Yo, we've made it to April, guys. We've made it to April. Give it up. So yeah, Saturday I slept from 3:20 to 9:10, so that's about 5 hours 50 minutes. It's not the end of the world, but I've been sleeping not so much for the last 6 days in a row. So I am going well. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to leave very soon again in about 40 minutes. I'm going to be seeing Pepper at least, and even though I have no feelings for Pepper, I don't feel anything for her anymore. I'm so happy to meet someone, like have someone to talk to, etc., etc. So that's that. And also, I think at this current moment, Pepper's fine with me, even though she probably acknowledges herself that something probably had happened between us, and neither of us know what's that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to be spending the whole day in John L. Short Film again. I got college homework. I don't want to miss out on them. I think I also have something important to do. Right? Maybe? I think maybe. Oh yeah. Oh shit. The mini movie roundup video that I have to finish editing. I didn't finish editing it last night because I was too tired. Like last night, I come back home and the first thing I did is I took a shower. And then after taking a shower, it's already 2 a.m. and I was in my room clothes, and I can't directly just change to pajamas and go to bed, so I have to take another shower again, like about 40 minutes later. So that's kind of hilarious. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't know about Leslie. I think about her a lot, and I think a small part of me thinks I'm really, really like interested in her right now because I forced myself to, because Pepper's gone, so I guess the closest thing to Pepper is Leslie. Ethnically similar, age-wise, I guess a little younger, but she's all I got, so I gotta go for her. But a huge part of me also thinks that this might be the girl who breaks the curse. Like, for the last couple of years, I thought I was aromantic. I thought I'm done. I thought I couldn't feel anything anymore. But, I feel like she may break the curse. She may make me feel actual feelings. Because, I don't know, she doesn't get boring. She's really interesting. And I'm imagining a scenario where I don't see her for a whole week straight. Yeah, that would probably make me feel kind of bad. Maybe. I don't want other people to cloud my judgment on this issue. So I'm happy Michelle wants to help me and talk to me about it, but at the same time I don't want her to really force me to like her, you know. I want this to be a self-discovery. The same way I discovered that I love Mary, and the same way I discovered that I don't love Pepper. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's 13. I'm gonna do some individual. That's good. So I take that over here. Oh yeah.
If they're real or not.
I can't unlock them without the key.
It says so.
Well,
No, that's.
I think it's just a matter of your strobe will have to be a bit faster.
Building here. Brandon's hand settles on Alex's pant loop, pulls in. We're settling a little bit. Brandon's right hand inside Alex's back pocket.
action.
Hands wrapping around back. Hand up to neck. Hold there for a few beats.
Oh yeah.
Right hand moves down, settles in pant loop. Building intensity, pulling in. Pull back. Kiss the jaw. Flip in hair, pull back. Kissing the jaw. Flip.
Cut. Action.
Hands around back. Hand up on neck.
Doggy out.
Hand goes down to pant loop. Pulls in, building intensity. Hand in hair.
Flip.
Flip.
Alright, cut. Action.
Hands wrapping around back. Right hand up around the neck.
Really think about it.
But if the
Cut music. Fog. Alright, cut.
Cut.
Break. Break.
Michael Bay.
Cut music. Can fog. Alright, cut.
Yes.
Something? Oh.
Oh no. No, don't overheat phone. There we go. I believe so. I think it was in these dudes.
Yeah.
Like the historic ones.
I was here a while ago in the Regent Theater.
Oh. How was it?
Yeah, it's really good.
slowly left to right.
Okay, alright. I'll see you later. Bye. privacy here, so we suggest you move on.
Alright, let's go around the corner.
Oh,
Was that us?
they're filming us. I'm filming back.
Take two, Mark.
Alright, time now is 2:01 a.m. on April 2nd. I'm just gonna wrap it up right now. Holy shit, another really long ass day. Woke up at, 9 something a.m. Felt really tired throughout the whole day. I'm kind of surprised that I'm still able to talk and function normally and think, because I shouldn't be doing this. At this point, I should be dead on the ground. So it's a miracle that I'm still alive. I'm like a dead corpse walking right now. It's quite crazy. Oh, you know what? I'm so tired. Let me just sit down and talk instead. I forgot to mention a couple of things about yesterday's shoot. First of all, when Cindy, the roommate, came up to speak to me, it was so random and weird. And again, like, she probably thought it was such an awesome idea to literally walk into the film set to visit me. But that's like the equivalent of your dad driving you to school and blast music. That's how embarrassing it is for me. And then the actor for the main character asked me if it's my ex-girlfriend, because I kept on saying XXX. And I clarified it's my ex-roommate. But anyways, there's that. So today's shoot went okay. It went fine. So I got picked up by the producer, the Chinese dude, and he was like about 15 minutes late than the time he said he would pick me up. But yeah, Pepper's in the car, and it was nice actually. Like, I and Pepper, we do talk a little bit. We do treat each other nice. It wasn't like super awkward between us. Of course, I think both of us also know that our relationship is not going to be as good as last semester. That's the truth. But we still talk. We still treat each other with respect and whatever. So yeah, there's that. We arrived at USC Soundstage, and I felt great because, like, I went to the shoot yesterday, so I already know a few people, and I already know what's going on. I read the script and whatever. And Pepper's sort of new to this, and this might be one of the most professional film sets I've ever worked in, and also probably the most Asian film set I've ever worked in. Same for Pepper. So Pepper was a little nervous at first, but yeah, we went into USC Soundstage 3, and it was actually a really interesting place. Really interesting soundstage. We set up for one very experimental shot after another. There are a few shots we did where it's supposed to take place in a gay bar or a gay club, and it's sort of a dream sequence. So we had black curtains and a black ground, and it sort of feels like the void, and then we had these strobe lights that are very colorful, and then the camera dollies back, and these oiled up, shirtless guys dancing, and it's so interesting. It's like Euphoria. But more tasteful, because this is also a political drama. So it's actually really interesting, and it legit felt brilliant. And there's something about John L's directing. Like, John L, it doesn't seem like he's a different person when he's directing. He seems like him, and he's very firm about his actions and lines. Like, if I was the director and the actors feel uncomfortable saying the lines, like it doesn't feel right for them, I would ask them to just change it the way you like it. But John L's really firm with his lines for the most part. John L's firm with his vision. He's also very specific about things. He would also stop for a moment and think if it feels right or wrong, and when he directs, he would have the edit in his mind. So when he shoots a scene, he would think, is the end frame good enough? Is the starting frame good enough? How will it look if I connect this shot with the next shot in my head? So he sort of has that in mind. He's very specific. So that's actually pretty great. Obviously not everything went well. So at around 5 p.m. we had lunch, and quote unquote lunch, and it's a little bit more underwhelming than yesterday. It's like a piece of chicken breast, some sun-dried tomato pasta. Funny because I also had something similar last night, and then some squash, and then some Caesar salad, and a small piece of cake. That's not a lot of calories at all, and yeah. But anyways, I and Pepper met a random PA who's apparently a Hong Konger, who's 1 year younger than us and is studying in USC's SCA as a freshman, which is absolutely fucking insane. And yeah, we met him and I exchanged IG with him. So there's that. He talked with me quite a bit. He talked with Pepper quite a lot because I'm always busy as a scripty. I'm always busy standing beside the monitor. So Pepper ends up speaking to him quite a bit. And apparently both Pepper, so almost all of the Hong Konger film people I know are from New Territories in Kowloon, and none of them are from Hong Kong Island, because islanders are always more privileged, they're always more internationally flavored, and are not as immersed in Hong Kong culture. I wouldn't say I'm that privileged, but I would say that I'm not that immersed in Hong Kong culture. And the cinema I know and love, like I grow up with, are not Hong Kong cinema. So yeah, and then there's another guy, a little chubby, 25, I think. He's also a Hong Konger, and he also met John L through HKOS. So a good deal of the conversations I have with people on the set are like, how do you know about this project? And usually it's, oh, I know the producer. I know I know the production designer. Oh, I know the DP, just connections within connections, So there's that. But yeah, I spoke to the guy, had a meal with him, pretty cool. And then later we company moved to downtown LA, and that took 3 hours. And the soundstage took a long time to pack up, and I followed this Latino guy who's probably also gay. And I followed his car, and he's actually really nice. We went to downtown LA, and I asked him how did he know about this project, and he's like, oh, my friend is also a PAing for this project. Like, it's just I'm helping my friend who's helping my friend who's helping my friend, sort of thing. So we went to downtown LA, and it's sketchy, it's nighttime, and I don't know why, but I've been going to downtown LA a lot lately. So I went to downtown LA, and I was so tired and sleepy, and it was so cold, but we still managed to go through it all. And there was one scene where the main character is walking, and he's supposed to wear glasses, and he didn't wear it throughout the whole scene, like on every single take. And I forgot about it. As a scriptie, I have to talk about it. Like, I have to remind the director, hey, he's supposed to be wearing glasses. There's a continuity error. But I forgot because I was too tired. So after shooting that scene and we're done with it, John L pulled me aside and was like, was he wearing glasses? And I was like, I don't think so. And so John L was like, okay, fine. It's okay. We'll reshoot it. And then the main actor was like, oh, I'm so fucking sorry. And then it's my fault, actually. So I said, I'm sorry. And then John L was like, yep, it's Enoch's fault. But he wasn't that mad at me because he had already planned to reshoot it anyways. But because we ran out of time, he didn't reshoot it at the end. But a little bit later, the sound mixer, asked for me because she had to make sure that the shot number and the take numbers are right for a sound mixer. So she yelled out Enoch, and then I'm behind John L, so John L didn't see me. So John L was probably pretty frustrated at that moment because the shoot wasn't going as smoothly and we're running out of time and battery and a lot of things are going wrong. So John L was like, Enoch! And I was literally right behind him. So that didn't feel very good, but I forgive him. Like, if I'm the director and there's so many things going wrong, like, I would also be a little frustrated, and I would scream whoever's name. But yeah, the sound mixer girl, she's from a town called Huangshi, I don't know, which is near Wuhan in China. And she's really nice, and she's like, oh, my baby, can you tell me the track number? And we got along quite well. And the other girl, the boom op, I thought she's Chinese because she speaks Mandarin. Turns out she's Korean. She's born in South Korea but raised in Shanghai. There's another girl who is born and raised in Orange County, but her family is Taiwanese. So yeah, it's still the most Asian set somehow, you know. But yeah, I got to socialize with people in general a lot more, which is really nice. At the end of the day, the shoot wrapped at around 10:30-ish, and it's so fucking crazy. Downtown LA smells like piss, it's garbage, it's shit, and every time we film, like every 5 minutes or so, someone would walk by saying, yo, you guys, so cool, wow, oh, do you want me to give stickers, you guys? A car would drive by and someone would yell out of the car window, wow, that shot you just take, that is so valid. And it's just so annoying. Like, shut the fuck up and let us make our films, okay? It's like we're so professionals, but we're all so tired and we're so ready to go home. Shut the fuck up. So yeah. But yeah, the shoot ended. Me, Pepper, this Ukrainian guy who was supposed to pretend to be American, and the Chinese producer, he drove us back home. And this Ukrainian guy, he's so in a rush to go home. And he was like, he forced me to call the producer. So I'm like, fine. And then I pointed the phone at his mouth and he was like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? And then we got into the car and he didn't even ask the producer, and he connected the aux cord to his phone. And throughout the entire journey to his home, he played techno and house music, which is fine by me, but not everyone's cup of tea, and both Pepper and the producer found it extremely annoying. Finally, let's talk about Pepper a little bit. Obviously, I'm Pepper. We got along quite well in the first half. Like at the USC soundstage, Pepper would walk up to me and just chat with me once in a while. But a little bit later, I can still tell that there's tension between us. Like, at some point, I want to gossip Film 33. And I mentioned that because I want to tell Pepper because I want to see her reaction, but also there's literally no risk in telling Pepper this because Pepper's not involved in CMD anymore. So I told Pepper about how Birkin thought I and Pepper are dating, and Pepper's reaction is "dio," which is fuck. It's like, duh, of course we're not dating. And yeah, I totally understand that reaction, but also it's like, oh, of course we're not dating. Like, who would date loser fuck like you? A little bit later, Pepper told me that apparently she actually made a short film, or actually she shot a short film last summer, and she actually decided to edit it in the winter, and she never told me that she completed her short film. And she said she won't let me watch it, almost in a joking way, because I guess I'm such a huge critic, so she doesn't want to be criticized. But it's not nice to say, oh, I made a short film, but I'm not going to let you see it. So I jokingly responded saying, well, yeah, I just made a short film back in Hong Kong, but I'm not going to let you see it as well. And she's like, okay, I'm not interested anyways, then I won't watch. And I know it's joking, but it's also like not very nice, you know. And I said, well, actually, I'll post a link on my Instagram anyway, so, you know, if you want to see it, go ahead. It doesn't really matter. Honestly, it's even better if Pepper doesn't see it, because the female character in many ways is based off of Pepper, but it's also not really based off Pepper. Like, it's an amalgamation of different people in my heads. Yeah, there's that. And then not much else. I spoke with Cliff a little bit later, very, very, very late today. Talking about, I randomly asked him, you know, if he had ever thought that I and Pepper are dating, or that I have a crush on her, and Cliff never thought that way. Cliff never thought about it that way. But Cliff also said if I one day reveal to him that I and Pepper are dating, he wouldn't be surprised. Which is fucking great. Like, you know, I've definitely grown as a person. Ouch, why is my finger hurting? Yeah, I've definitely grown as a person, and you know, I have more riz now, essentially. And then I asked Cliff what are his spring break plans, because I want to hang out with the guy. I'm not gonna fucking hang out with Pepper. I want to hang out with Cliff and Leslie. You know, I've moved on from group of people to groups of people. Yeah, so about Leslie, I don't know. I want to hang out with her in spring break, but that's like in 1.5 weeks. And the thing is, I don't know if we can grow close enough to really do that 1.5 weeks later. Yeah. The trash at the kitchen is overflowing, and I've been wanting to throw it away for the last couple of days, but I never had the chance because obviously I also don't have the chance to watch anything or do any college homework. I'll probably wake up a little early tomorrow to do college homework. And edit college video because I'm also running out of storage space. I'm running out of so many things. It's so time consuming. Helping John L. short film is like really put a halt to everything I'm doing. Yeah. And I'm probably going to skip class this Monday. I probably won't go to photo 1. I'm just going to sleep because there's no way in hell am I going to wake up by an alarm 14 days in a row. I refuse to do that. I need a break. Yeah, that's all for today. I like Leslie. One thing about Leslie is that she's not as cute as, say, Natalie or Mary. Which is one reason why, like when I think of Mary, like, not only is her personality so great, but I legit just want to, like, stare at her and get away with it, you know? And I'm not saying Leslie looks bad. And Pepper, this Ukrainian guy, like, he thought Hong Kong is in Korea or in China or whatever. And yet I know where Kiev is. And when he saw Pepper holding her makeup box, he asked Pepper if she needs help. The makeup box is light as fuck. Even I didn't offer help. And it's so lame. Oh, and also apparently that bald white guy, who's an AD in Valeria's feature film Once in a Blue Moon, apparently he's a bit of a creep. And that's weird because he's a really nice dude. He's a really chill dude. But apparently he's a huge creep. He got Pepper's Instagram and kept DMing her like jokes and random things like, ooh, Cantonese, haha, Hong Kong culture, TikTok, haha. And Pepper finds it really creepy. And I also found it kind of weird because that guy, Matt, he never asked for my Instagram and he doesn't talk to me a lot either. But he just talks to Pepper so much, and I feel like a lot of people in LA are just fucking thirsty because there's a small Asian girl who looks somewhat cute. And that's like an archetype of like girls, you know. Small cute Asian girl stereotype. But if you look at Pepper's old Instagram posts, like her old photos, like she's not that great looking, let's be honest here. And she's wearing 10 layers of makeup. Leslie doesn't wear makeup. And I'm sure, again, like I said, if Leslie eats better, sleeps better, I'm sure she'll look way better. And yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I really need to think about what to do with Leslie. Should I tell Cliff about how I feel about Leslie? I feel like that's a huge, dangerous thing. I don't know, but we'll see. I came back home and I had a tortilla wrap with avocado and tomatoes and some honey and ate a little ice cream. So that's that. Oh my god. Okay. Time now is 8:11 a.m. on 8:11 a.m. on April 2nd. I slept from 2:50 to 8. That is about 5 hours. Which is again not the end of the world in and of itself, but it's been 7 days in a row. I haven't gotten much sleep for 7 days in a row. Yeah, I feel really bad. In fact, last night, I almost fell asleep without making the alarm, and by last night I mean this morning, 3 a.m. ish. Thank God I remembered the alarm right before I fell asleep. Yeah, that's that. My acne's back, which is fantastic. I love to have more acne. And my phone is dying, unfortunately. Like yesterday, in the middle of a take, my phone started like being super slow and freaking out and lagging, so I had to restart the phone. And then this morning when I checked my phone after I woke up, just now, it's restarted. It's restarting itself. And then like last week this also happened. Like of course it's crashing. Every time it ran out of storage space it crashes. But sometimes it just crashed for no reason. It would just reset it by itself for no reason. So yeah, I hope that never happens. But whatever the case may be, this summer I'm getting a new phone. That's for sure. Yeah. My mom's definitely getting me a new phone. Like I definitely need a new phone. So yeah, today's John L's short film shoot day 3. Yeah, once again I'll be spending a whole day outside and I won't have any time to film any reviews, watch anything, whatever. But later I'm going to try my extreme best to finish the art history homework. So I have to do a discussion homework and writing homework. I'm not going to do the writing homework, okay? But discussion, I still think I can do it. And then on top of that, I'll try to edit a college update video because my laptop is running out of storage space so hard. So I need to edit the college update video so that I could delete the files. So hopefully I have enough time to do those 2 things a little later. And then, yeah, tonight the shoot should end off a little earlier because the call time is 10 a.m. So the end time should be 10 p.m. which means that maybe I'll have about an hour-ish after I return home. If I'm not too tired, maybe I can still finish homework, like finish some college homework. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I'm gonna go to bed as early as possible tonight, and tomorrow I will not go to school. I will skip photo 1, and I'll just sleep the whole day. Maybe I'll go to Ralph's tomorrow. I think I will, but yeah, I'll just sleep the whole day, essentially. Naturally wake up. Yeah, I'd rather naturally wake up than go to photo 1. Yeah. Unless you tell me Leslie is in photo 1 or something. I don't know. I'm still thinking about her. The more I think about her, you know. I don't know why she's liking all my Instagram stories lately. Almost all of them. And then on some Instagram stories, she doesn't like them. Maybe it's because she realized that she liked my stories too much.
Just start doing hot breath. Let's go.
I don't want this.
Yeah. So we have here, and then another person like back over this one.
So I just got to time it out with you when you want us to go, and if you guys want to call it an action, I'm guessing.
Okay, 2. Okay, 3. Okay, cut. 2. 3. Okay, cut. Thank you. Getting there. Thank you. 2, 1, action. Okay, 1. Okay, 2. Okay, 3. Vicky. Okay, cut. Thank you. 2. 3. Vicky. 2, 1, action. 1, 2, 3. Vicky. Okay, cut.
That's a cut, everyone!
Oh, nice. Let's go. Ooh, let's go. Oh, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, run. Action. Okay, cut. Perfect. Thank you. Light, please, and fog, please.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. There you go.
Okay, cut.
Right, left, right, left, right, left.
Okay, cut. 入邊唔食得嘛係嘛？開都唔食得嘛。
We're holding.
Police, go. Okay, Brandon. Okay, Scott, action. Okay, cut.
That's a cut.
Okay, Scott, action. Okay, cut. Thank you.
Thank you.
Action.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left,
Go like-
right.
Okay, cut. Thank you. Hello. Hold. Run.
Alright, need to go first, you guys?
Alright, time now is 11:21. Yeah, let's talk about today real quick. I just finished taking a shower. So today is actually much simpler. Not that much to talk about because it's very much a repeat of yesterday. Except of the part where we go to downtown LA. So basically, we went back to the USC Soundstage. The Chinese producer, he's late. He's a bit late, but even so, because there isn't a lot of traffic. We ended up arriving at the USC Soundstage early. So I waited for like 3 hours for them to set up the scene. And today's scene, we spent the whole day in USC Soundstage, and today we're only shooting one scene, half of a scene in fact. and that's the protester scene, the dream sequence, where you know, the art department have to set up you know, things that feel Hong Kong, and it's easily the most fun day of the entire 6-day shoot. And yeah, I waited for a long time, like maybe 2 hours, so I just sat down and listened to music and chilled. I drank a cup of coffee and it's surprisingly great. It's like powdered coffee with hot water and like a lot of vanilla cream milk, and it tastes really good. Like, I'm actually kind of used to mocha. That's not even mocha, that's like fucking latte. I feel like I'm getting used to it. I have arrived at the next stage in my journey in getting accustomed to caffeine. And then, yeah, I script supervised. John L somehow managed to find a Hong Kong taxi, like a red Hong Kong taxi, like Toyota, with the driver's, the steering wheel at the right and everything, with the right decorations. Like, holy shit. Like, when I went to the soundstage and saw the taxi, I was like shocked. Like, whoa, what the hell is it doing here? Like, a piece of object from the world of Hong Kong showing up in the world of LA is so, like, it's so uncanny. But what's even more uncanny is later when we have extras dressed up as Hong Kong police and extras dressed up as protesters. And then we have these little smoke machines and fog machines that sort of emulate tear gas. And it's really fucking surreal. It's the protests that happened 4 years ago are replaying in front of us. In front of me, Pepper, Franklin, who's a PA, RPA, also Hong Konger. This guy, Chester, who's also a Hong Konger. This makeup artist, Pakistani, Russian, grew up in Hong Kong. This dude, and John L. Like, we are the only Hong Kongers on the set, and to us it's like, holy shit. And even some people, like the Chinese producer, even though he's from Guangzhou, you know, he saw this a lot on the news. There's a number of Taiwanese people on the set who also saw this a lot on the news, including the Taiwanese producer, and we're all like very shook about this. And Pepper told me and told multiple people, like, oh my god, you know, this is giving me the feels, like, I'm getting emotional. And I'm like, yeah, me too. And we were all a little nervous. And, you know, I started shaking my leg. The mood got a little intense. And it's, when I saw the shot played out, the master shot of the main character entering the protests with a tank top, naked and afraid. Not naked, but, like, only a tank top, and he's sort of, like, being very scared. Like, I relate to him on such a personal level. Even me, behind the scenes, looking at the fucking monitor with a bunch of other PAs and whatnot, like, even I was getting, like, almost emotional, like, almost nervous. So that's really amazing. Like, I've never seen something that, like, I'm genuinely impressed by this production. This might be my favorite production I've worked on so far, because this happening is, and being recreated in a USC soundstage, is just absolute gold. And yeah, again, if like time travel back to 2019 and I tell myself that one day I will be in LA and I'll be in USC working on a short film made by a Hong Kong director recreating this protest in a dream sequence, I would be so shocked. I would be honored to be even involved in this project, let alone being the scriptie. So this is just next level shit. And that's pretty much it for the whole day. We had a lunch break at around 4 p.m. and it's kind of terrible actually. It's a sweet, chewy pork chop and with some crappy cabbage carrot salad, more like chop suey type salad, and it's drenched in like sweet sauce. Not even sauce, like oily sweet water. And then with mashed potato, really weird combination, and then with a red velvet cupcake, which I'm not a huge fan of actually, and with salad, which is very mid. It's a very mid meal, and yeah, had a bit of crafty as well. Didn't talk too much to Pepper, but definitely doesn't feel awkward as awkward as I and Pepper felt way before. Felt a little nicer than yesterday actually. And yeah, it's quite insane like this whole protest setup and all these insert shots. We filmed 12 shots today, and 11 of them are inserts essentially, or actually more like 9 of them are inserts. But the master shot is just absolutely insane. Just the choreography, it's just so surreal. And there's a stunt coordinator like telling the policeman, okay, one, and then one protester run this way, one cop run that way, and then they clash, and then another run past, two, this looks like very chaotic, but actually it's kind of organized. It's all choreographed, and there are different beats. There's B1, B2, and B3. It's so interesting. But yeah, and then afterwards we stayed behind. I and Pepper stayed behind until almost everyone has left. It's only the director and the DP and the 2 producers, one Chinese, one Taiwanese, and the first AD stayed behind, the big ones, and then the Taiwanese producer drove me and Pepper home, and that's pretty much it. I and John L spoke a little bit. John L doesn't seem to be mad at me or anything. I guess he was just very frustrated yesterday, but we talked a little bit about, this short film he's making, and he doesn't seem to be impressed by this at all, but apparently everyone else is impressed, and including me, but he's like, oh, it could have been better, it's a little stiff, I don't know how to cut it together, blah blah, and I'm like, it's great, like, holy shit. And I asked him about like this whole USC graduate school thesis film process, like how it works. I was so fucking tired this morning. I was basically dead. Before the shoot even starts, I was like dead. I couldn't even walk properly. I told multiple people that if I lay down and closed my eyes, I could immediately fall asleep, essentially. But now, for some reason, I'm a lot more energetic now. Maybe I'm just a night person. Maybe the caffeine is finally kicking in. I drank a cup of coffee at like 10 a.m. and I guess 11 hours later, 13 hours later, it's finally kicking in. But yeah, essentially there's that. And then I also told Pepper and John L about my short film. I originally didn't even want to tell Pepper about this because why would I? Fuck her, am I right? But Pepper showed me a clip from her short film, which is the exact same clip she showed me like months ago. 2 dudes squatting and smoking a cigarette, like sharing a cigarette. And apparently Cliff color corrected it for her, even though it's shot on like picture profile off, but I guess Cliff made it a little better. Mine is shot completely on log, so ooh, juicy color grading, I must say. And another awesome thing is, again, like, John L is such a fucking professional, graduate school, final year, but most of the stuff he talked to me about, like technical stuff, I also understand, like anamorphic lens, Sony Venice, and FX9, and some of the stuff I have no idea what he's saying. Like battens are these gigantic bars that are hanging down from the soundstage. I've only learned that like yesterday. I don't know what those things are. And then he said things about like Gemini. I don't know what that is. That's like a lighting thing, part of the soundstage. I don't understand it. But for the most part, like things like strip boards and copyright issues, and how to cut footage together, continuity, like we can talk about it mostly. But I could do way better at scripty. I'm just too tired today. But there are so many moments where I should have paid attention. I should have been actively glued to the monitor and like stuck with the director. I just don't have that sort of energy. I just sat on chairs a lot today, which is bad. On a professional film set, never do that. And this is probably the most professional I've ever been, which is crazy. But yeah, the Taiwanese producer drove me and Pepper back home and, asked the usuals. What school do you study? I and Pepper answered the same. What year? I and Pepper answered the same. What major? I and Pepper answered the same. And again, it's funny. And then he asked us, like, you two know before? And I'm like, Pepper said yes. And I clarified, oh yeah, we knew this in college, duh. And then the Taiwanese producer asked me if I've been to Taiwan, and I said, oh yeah, I've been to Taiwan twice. Like, the first time I went to Taipei, the second time I went to Taipei, and then Kending. And then Pepper said, oh, I went there twice also. The first time I went to Taipei, the second time I went to Kending. So almost the same answer as me, which is very fucking funny. And then the Taiwanese producer, like, we talked about politics a little bit. And he talked about how, like, a small percent of people in Taiwan is actually pro-CCP, but only a small percent. And then the Taiwanese producer asked me like, what's my end goal, and I said writer director, and he asked me what are my favorite films, and then Pepper couldn't answer. I answered Memories of Murder by Bong Joon-ho. I answered Bong Joon-ho is one of my favorite directors, and he's like, oh, his early films, I really love his early films, and I know what he's talking about. He's talking about Memories of Murder. So I said Memories of Murder, and then the producer said, oh, Memories of Murder. So, oh, we're both on the same wavelength. That's really nice. But yeah, I am going to make myself a small bowl of rice, fry some pork slices and bok choy, make myself a tiny meal, and then I'm just gonna go to bed at like 1 p.m. or something. Like, fuck it. I'm not gonna watch any TV shows. Maybe I'll edit a college update video. I'm not even gonna do the fucking art history homework. Just fuck that. Photo 1 homework, it's locked, so I can't submit it anyways. And also tomorrow I won't be going to Photo 1. I'll sleep in the whole day. Maybe I'll go to Ralph's later in the afternoon. Don't really care. I'll do the laundry, clean up, whatever. I'll change my fucking bed sheets actually. Yeah. Spoke with Bree a little bit. Bree called me literally in the middle of the film set, and I told her, hey man, I can't. It's because I promised Bree to make a Google form, but the truth is I'm really fucking busy, so Bree made the Google form herself. Thomas invited me to visit LMU like mid-April. Maybe I'll go, I don't know. Alright, time now is 12:59 afternoon on April 3rd. Yeah, the air vent is magically on again. So I slept from 2 a.m. to 12:30-ish. Yeah, 10.5 hours, which is pretty great. I'm also not fixing my hair because fuck it. So yeah, that's great, you know. After 7 days of not sleeping enough, I have finally slept a lot today, which is great. I actually woke up a little bit at around 9 a.m. Okay, so today's a Monday, and I have a Photo 1 class, but obviously, it's already over. Like, by the time I woke up, the class is already fucking over. So I'm not going today, that's okay. What I'm actually planning to do today is really basic shit. I have so much dirty clothes here. I'm going to do laundry, except apparently one of my roommates is using laundry as I speak, once a fucking again. Because there are 4 people in this goddamn apartment. And also Candace is constantly using the dishwasher, wasting the pellets, the dishwashing pellets, the pods, because she uses the plates all the time. I usually reuse them for a couple times before I actually wash them, but she doesn't have that concept in her mind. But yeah, I'm gonna do a bunch of basic shit as well. Trim my nails. My toenails are getting really long. You know, do some college homework, edit videos, whatever. I don't think I'll be filming or editing a review because I have nothing to review. I don't think I have anything to review. I don't know. I'll check. If I have extra time, sure, I'll review something. I want to edit Japan again. And then I have a bunch of, yeah, I want to start working on my short film, like editing my short film, actually. Like, because after what John L. did, it gave me enough motivation to really edit my own short film. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, not much else. I have some footage for my short film that I haven't completely filmed, so I would like to film that as well. And then there's nothing else to talk about. Leslie has been liking almost all of my Instagram stories lately, so, and I know she has a personality where she's just like, likes everything. See, that's another huge difference between Leslie and Mary, or the ideal girl. And that is, Leslie just likes everything and she just exists a lot of times. But Mary, you're not quite sure if she exists or not because of how rarely she posts things on her Instagram. Yeah, you know, that's that. But yeah, you know, I really, I think the first line of order. So first of all, I want to, the same way I and Michelle's friendship are built, I want to do the same with Leslie. And so the first thing is common interest. So I'm gonna like just ask her if, like, talk to her about Film 33 and whatnot. But also, I'm going to probably, yeah, I'm going to talk to her about her Film 32 as well, because right now I have a schedule of the scenes that Film 32, the Friday 32 will shoot, but not the Wednesday 32. I'm going to talk about that. And then after that, I want to start being a little more personal to her. Like, I'm going to, the same way I did with Michelle. But first of all, I think phone calls are fucking amazing. Like, no matter what's going on, like, no matter who's the person, a phone call is always more personal than texting. So I would like to have a phone call with Leslie sometime soon. Yeah, second of all, yeah, I would like send photos of my food to her. Because I feel like that's one of the biggest benchmarks in my friendship with Michelle is I suddenly sent her a photo of my food and she was surprised. Like, why would you send a photo of the food you eat? And I'm like, I don't even know. I just figured I'm just sending, okay, that's trust. And then the third benchmark, I think, is really personal shit. Like, when Michelle's like, okay, don't tell anyone. You're the only one I'm telling this to. Not even Betsy knows this. You know? And I think to a degree it's the same ballpark as Michelle telling me about Harrison last semester. So that sort of trust is already built a long time ago. And I don't think I've ever told Leslie any of my deep secrets. I think I'm still very far away from knowing her, and she's still very far away from knowing me. So we have that to work on. Oh yeah, I want to go to Ralph's today. That's for sure. And I want to do wash my bed sheets because I can't think of any other possible time I could do that. Maybe Wednesday afternoon, perhaps. But yeah, I'm planning to wash my bed sheets if the fucking laundry is available today, because I've been sleeping on the same bed sheets and blankets and whatnot for like the last over 2 months now. So it's time for a change, you know. But yeah, that's that. Alright, for $69, this is what I got. Ravioli, bottled ranch, cabbage, Greek salad, vanilla bean yogurt, salt, and ultra. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Ah, Jesus Christ. What the hell's with this box? Fuck. There are no ridges on the box. That's fucking why. Welp. Fucking hell. I'm eating all of this shit up. I can't waste food. Ah, fuck. That all? Should be all. Ah, fuck. Alright, we got chocolate milk. We got 2 Fuji apples. We got 2 Chinese eggplants. I can't find regular eggplants. Did all the fucking crumbs explode? God damn it. We got 212 brown eggs, bacon, salmon cedar plank, carne asada for tonight, chicken thighs. Because I came so late, I couldn't find the regular Kroger's chicken thighs. So, this is what I got. There we go. Alright, time now is, you know what? I'm just gonna clear some store space. Alright, time now is, 10:51 p.m. I finished dinner, which is the Greek salad box. That's like $7 from Ralph's. $7 and it's terrible, but at least I get to eat some Greek salad, quote unquote Greek. Some pasta, some carne asada steak, and we all good. Yeah, it's been like maybe half a month since I've had carne asada, like the legit, authentic one. But yeah, I mean, I don't got much other choices. Is that an insect? No, it's just dust. So yeah, I'm washing my bed sheets, as you can tell. Hopefully I have enough time to do that before I go to bed. And not much else. I went to Ralph's, yada yada. In the morning, I texted Birkin and Zach a little bit because I had to send them the receipts for the catering stuff for the short film for film 33. And then Zach told me to send it to Thomas because he is now the official line producer. Whoa. Okay. Okay, shit. I don't know how good he is at this, but I don't know. But I sent it to him and he immediately told me to email Drew because he's not doing jack shit today. So that's that. He immediately gives his job to me. But yeah, once again, we're in a pretty awkward situation where we're 2 days away from filming a scene and we're completely unprepared. So, that's that. Yeah, not much else happened today. Today's a real chill day and I enjoy it because the last week has been so eventful that, you know, so much has happened. I'm looking to go to bed early tonight. So that's that. I think I'll run out of time, but I was pretty productive so far, I think. But I think I'll run out of time on the stuff I want to do. I had more talk with Michelle, and she's having a mini existential crisis right now, really questioning her ability to love, just like the way I did. And also, she talked about how maybe there's no point to loving someone. Like, what's even the purpose of romantic love? Like, in this day and age, like, what's the point? And also, she asked me deep questions like, do you ever worry that you'll never fall in love with someone that you think is special? And I told her what exactly Pink told me. So, a few months ago, me and Pink went to Times Square to have Vietnamese noodles. Same type of story, same deal. Pink told me to just do however I feel, and that's it. So I relayed the same advice to Michelle, and I set that advice in the most dramatic way possible. I set up the scene. I know a girl who is a mentally ill train wreck, who used to be a mentally ill train wreck. Dysfunctional family, suicide attempts, self-harm, etc. But she's better now. And at that point, Michelle's like, how is this supposed to help me? How is this supposed to be an answer? And I went on. I went back to Hong Kong in the winter and had dinner with her, and I told her about Pepper. And she told me, do whatever you feel like. Because that's all that matters at the end of the day. So if your mind tells you to love that person, then love. If your mind doesn't make you love that person, then don't. Otherwise, what's the point? And don't try to think of it functionally, like, oh, if I do date this person, what's even the point of wasting so much time and effort and money just for some connection? Like, is it even worth it? It doesn't matter. It matters how you feel. That's it. Because so much of this world is just meaningless. So much of this world is pointless and unexplainable. And at the end, you just need to follow your gut and your emotions, and that's all there is for us to comprehend. It's absurdist. So yeah, it's pretty cool that Michelle ends up being the first non-Hong Konger I've ever really had a deep personal talk with. I mean, sure, I also had a deep personal talk with Potter, but he's a Hong Konger. I did sort of have a personal talk with Pepper, but not really. But yeah, Michelle's love for Cliff is waning, but meanwhile my, again, I hate saying this because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm feeling more and more inclined to be close to Leslie. Like, I just, like, not only do I think of how in the future, in the height of stress in this semester, in late April and early May when I'm super stressed, I would cry in her arms, and then maybe a little later when she's super stressed, because you know her, she would cry in my arms, and we would cry in each other's arms, and how fucking romantic that would be. But I also think other things, like, of course, I also think about how she could come up to my apartment, or I could go to her apartment and we could actually cook food and eat something good for once, or we could watch a horror movie together, 3 a.m. in the middle of the night, and she would get jump scared, and, she would, like, fucking, save me. But today I keep thinking, and they're just so... I actually forgot what I was gonna say. What was I gonna say? Oh my god, I completely forgot. But I thought of something that we could do, like, after I've transferred and she's still studying in her Film 33, I would come back and I would support her, or she could teach me how to drink alcohol, and we would just drink and listen to music. Yes, that's what I was thinking. I was listening to Hong Kong music and I just thought, man, I need to share this good music to her. Like, I need to tell her about this shit. Like, this is good music, and I bet she'll like it. And I just want to, like, drink alcohol until fucking 4 a.m. and just listen to music with her and stare into the air like blank. I think that's just something that's so goddamn, like, romantic. I just want to do this with a girl in general. Like, just listening to music and doing nothing else. Like the thing I did with Pepper, except that was, like, weed and it didn't even fucking work on me. I bet Pepper will never, like, take weed with me anymore in my life. Yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, and there's that stupid night owl party that I kind of want to experience. Yeah.